Huge moment planned for WWE Smackdown, doom for Sami Zayn and the Bloodline. The Rock accused of leaking fake box office numbers for his latest movie, Naomi returning to join Roman Reigns' Bloodline. Asuka continues to tease old character from outside WWE. Kurt Angle says 36-year-old Raw star reminds him of himself. Sami Zayn gives a behind-the-scenes look at the Bloodline. Let's jump right into it. The Rock accused of leaking fake box office numbers for his latest movie. Former WWE champion and Hollywood megastar The Rock was recently accused of leaking fake box office statistics for his movie Black Adam. Black Adam recently had a worldwide theatrical release in October. The movie was positively received by the DC fanbase, with many fans believing it was one of the best DC movies released in recent times. A few weeks ago, Rock confirmed the success of Black Adam by sharing on Twitter that the movie saw profits ranging between $52 to $72 million. The former WWE champion also claimed that the movie boasted an impressive $400 million worldwide box office collection. The Great One also shared an article from The Deadline while talking about the numbers. Waited to confirm with financiers before I shared this excellent Black Adam news. Our film will profit between $52 million to $72 million. Fact, at almost $400 million worldwide, we are building our new franchise step by step. First Captain America did $370 million for the DC future, tweeted The Rock. However, according to Matt Maloney, who wrote in a Puck newsletter, several Warner executives believe that the Brahma Bull leaked the story to Deadline in the first place. He also wrote that he believes those numbers are false assumptions. Maloney even went as far as to call it one of the silliest trade stories of all time, while also noting that he doubts Black Adam will ever hit the numbers that the former WWE champion claims. Popular TV personality Stephen T. Witch Boss, who worked on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, recently passed away at the age of 40. Following the news, the 8-time WWE champion took to Twitter to post a condolence message for T-Witch. Man, I am so sorry to hear the heartbreaking news about Twitch. Great guy, sending his family all the love, light, strength, and mana. I've lost a lot of friends to the struggle. You never know what's happening between the years. So sorry, Boss family. Stay strong. Stephen Boss, wrote The Rock. Dwayne Johnson's next film is Red One and is a Christmas-themed movie which will release next year. Fans around the world will be waiting in anticipation for the film's release. Meanwhile, the WWE Universe will also be waiting with bated breath to see the Great One return for a match inside the squared circle. The former world champion is rumored to be facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. Do you think The Rock leaked fake Black Adam box office numbers? Let us know in the comments section below. Naomi returning to join Roman Reigns' Bloodline. Wrestling fans recently reacted to the possibility of Naomi reappearing in WWE and joining Roman Reigns' stable, the Bloodline. The Glow, alongside Sasha Banks, walked out of Raw in May 2022 after having differences with the creative team. The duo had won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania 38 after competing in a 4-way tag team match against Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, Natalya and Shayna Baszler, and Selena Vega and Carmella. However, they were suspended following the incident, and the titles were vacated. Despite being away from the ring for over 6 months, the former women's champion has been receiving continuous appreciation from her fans. Over recent months, many have speculated about the Glow's return to the company. The WWE Universe recently went berserk as they reacted to the possibility of the Glow returning to the company and joining the Bloodline soon. WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long recently recalled helping Naomi during her initial days in the company. While speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's One-on-One, the former general manager recalled when the Glow didn't have a ride, and Long gave her a ride and booked her a hotel. He also added that the Glow's husband, Jimmy Uso, thanked him for taking care of the former. I spent a lot of time with Naomi. Now, Naomi, is Jimmy Uso's wife. When she first broke into this business, we were in Buffalo, New York, so she didn't have a ride. She was just by herself. I gave her a ride, she rode back with me. I took care of her because she didn't have a clue. Took her to the same hotel I was at and showed her how to get a room and everything. So Jimmy really thanked me for looking out for her, said Teddy Long. It will be interesting to see if the Glow will return to WWE in the near future or not. Would you like to see the Glow at the upcoming Royal Rumble and WrestleMania 39 Premium Live event? Sound off in the comments section below. Asuka continues to tease old character from outside WWE. Former Raw Women's Champion Asuka is on a roll as her continuous social media posts tease her past in-ring character Kana to enter the WWE-verse. Her old gimmick, the murder clown, Kana, has a much more mysterious and terrifying persona than the Empress of Tomorrow currently has in the company. With her hard-hitting, technical in-ring style and creepy face paint, Princess Kana achieved major success in Japan and became an international star. Asuka is currently on hiatus from WWE programming as she returned to Japan in search of presumably her cryptic character from outside the company. However, there are currently dozens of images and cryptic messages teasing her return to her roots. Earlier today, the 41-year-old veteran posted a yet another ambiguous tweet wherein she cross-marked her Kana character photo. The former Raw Women's Champion stated that there's no need for fans to read between the lines. headlines. "There's nothing there," Asuka wrote. It remains to be seen whether the former Raw Women's Champion is channeling her old persona to gain momentum at this stage in her career. Still, following her loss to Rhea Ripley last Monday, the former Raw Women's Champion took to Twitter to announce that she will be on a trip for a while. It was followed by a similar tweet that included emojis of various bugs and insects. Aside from being on the winning team in the Survivor Series War Games match, Asuka has had a string of losses at both televised and WWE live events in recent weeks. With her recent losing woes, the WWE creative may set her up for a character change. Since forming the Kabuki Warriors with Kairi Sane, the Empress of Tomorrow has not portrayed a heel character in WWE. Something drastic is definitely going on inside the 41-year-old's head. It remains to be seen whether she'll bring back her killer clown gimmick to spice things up and hopefully get herself back in the win column that will be revealed soon. Do you want to see the Empress of Tomorrow bring her former Kana character to WWE? Sound off in the comments section below. Kurt Angle says 36-year-old Raw star reminds him of himself. Kurt Angle was talking to wrestling legend Bill Apter, where he spoke about dream opponents. While he named 3 opponents, one of them is Raw superstar Chad Gable, whom he has already faced, one who reminds him of himself. It has been over 3 years since Kurt Angle last competed in a match. WrestleMania 35 was his farewell match, where he lost to Baron Corbin in an underwhelming fashion. However, before that, he had a run of matches on Raw that saw him face some old and new opponents. One of the new opponents was Chad Gable, now on Raw at 36 years old. Speaking to Bill Apter in a Sportskeeda exclusive, WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle praised Chad Gable while naming Bret Hart and Bryan Danielson as his dream opponents. "There are 2 people I've never wrestled who I would have loved to have wrestled. Chad Gable was the third until I got to finally wrestle him. I always wanted to wrestle him because he reminded me of me. The other 2 are Bret Hart and Daniel Bryan. But Chad was on that list too, but eventually I got to wrestle him. It wasn't a very long match, but at least I got the chance to get in the ring with him. That kid is incredible," said Angle. Many have drawn comparisons between Chad Gable and Angle over the years. They finally got to have a dream match in the build-up to Angle's farewell bout at WrestleMania 35. On March 18, 2019, on an episode of Raw, Angle would have a relatively short match with Chad Gable, whom he defeated. Although the match didn't last long, it was entertaining for what it was worth, and post-match, Baron Corbin came out to set up a retirement bout for WrestleMania. Most fans would have preferred Chad Gable as his final opponent instead. What are your thoughts on the Hall of Famer naming Chad Gable as his dream opponent? Sound off in the comments below. Sami Zayn gives a behind-the-scenes look at the Bloodline. Sami Zayn is having the time of his life as part of the Bloodline on WWE Smackdown. At Survivor Series War Games, Zayn seemingly solidified his spot in the Bloodline when he saved the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns from being pinned at the hands of Kevin Owens. This led to Zayn assisting Jey Uso in securing the pinfall victory over KO, finally earning main event Uso's approval as part of WWE's most dominant faction. The honorary Uso took to social media to share a clip of himself and the Usos in the Bloodline locker room talking about being Usi. Zayn posted the following tagline alongside the video, tweeting out, "The good times never stop here in the Bloodline locker room." Last week on SmackDown, Jey Uso pulled Sami Zayn aside in the locker room and informed him that the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns, would be returning this week. Jey suggested that Zayn trim his hair and beard in preparation for Reigns' arrival, as he believes it's going to be a big night for the honorary Uso when the head of the table returns tomorrow. While main event Uso could be telling Zayn the truth, there's also a good chance that Jey is setting him up for a trap in which the Bloodline will ultimately turn on him. This speculation online has created a divide among the WWE Universe as it pertains to Zayn's time in the Bloodline possibly coming to an end. What will happen to the honorary Uso tomorrow night on SmackDown? We'll find out soon enough. Have you enjoyed Zayn's time with the Bloodline this year? Are you ready to see it potentially come to an end tomorrow? Let us know your thoughts by sounding off in the comments section below. Huge moment planned for WWE SmackDown, doomed for Sami Zayn and the Bloodline. Are we finally going to get the next chapter in Bray Wyatt's story on WWE SmackDown? Bray Wyatt returned to the company in spectacular fashion at Extreme Rules. While the WWE Universe is happy to have him back, many are getting restless regarding his slow-moving storyline right now on SmackDown. WWE Director of Long-Term Creative Rob Fee took to social media this afternoon to hype tomorrow's episode of SmackDown. "I wouldn't miss SmackDown this week. Don't say I didn't warn you," Rob Fee said in a tweet. You might remember Fee's name for being hired back in September ahead of Bray Wyatt's return to the company. The two men share a history together, and it's been said that he's been primarily responsible for helping put together Wyatt's current storyline on WWE television. Could we finally be getting to the next chapter of Wyatt's storyline? We'll find out soon enough. While it's easy to assume that tomorrow's big SmackDown moment will be for Wyatt, there's a chance it has nothing to do with him at all. Last week on SmackDown, Jey Uso informed Sami Zayn that Roman Reigns was returning to SmackDown next week and told him to clean himself up a bit as it was going to be a big night for him. This has led many fans to speculate that SmackDown could spell doom for Sami Zayn and the Bloodline. The thought of Zayn's run with the Bloodline ending will surely split the WWE universe. But we all know that a good thing can't last forever. Regardless of what happens tomorrow, it sounds like SmackDown will be a can't-miss show. What do you make of Rob Fee's tweet? Do you think we're about to get some storyline progression for Wyatt tomorrow? Or is it something else entirely? Let us know your thoughts by sounding off in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing